I'm Vin.
I'm Sori.
And this is The Contrarian by
A
Perfect Circle.
And this is for Chad, by the way.
Shout out to the big homie Chad.
Yes. I emailed you, so email me back. Also, we are watching like the official video, but I'm going to actually put the lyric video in there. It's like the official 2D hieroglyphic, I don't know. It just looked like it was going to be interesting. It was a hologram video, 2D version. So we're going to watch that, but you're going to be seeing a lyric video. So if we comment on that video, that's what one it is that we are viewing.
For timely topical political commentary, you can hit us up in Middle America with Vinny and Sori. We're having a lively discussion about things in the in the Middle America forum. So check it out.
Aren't you always?
Not all the time.
We would put the same video that we're watching in our video, but when we do that, it actually gets blocked and you guys can't even see it. So that's why we don't do that. When we play the song straight through like we do, we get copyright hit. Well, not a hit, but it's a copyright.
They demonetize the video.
You can explain.
But sometimes when you do the official video and you don't cut, they'll block the video so that nobody can see it.
Right.
So that's why we're not using the official video in the recording, right?
Right. But we're gonna watch it because they're basically the same amount of time. So.
Right. So we're gonna watch it, then we'll figure out what happened.
Here we go.
If you, dear listener, would like your song reviewed, like I said, $1 Patreon, you get in with a group of people and they're like-minded and that helps determine what songs that we do. Or $125 at the gate gets you straight to the head of the line, and then you will be able to determine, like our buddy Chad did, what song we listened to. And without further ado,
here we
the
go.
Contrarian Perfect Circle. Let's go.
Contrarian. Air sleight of tongue and hand. Hello, Eli, beware me lie his smile as warm and calculated as heroin. Beware, contrarian.
When was this released?
What was on that thing's face?
2018.
It was really disgusting.
Punch and bees, maybe.
No! Stop! Don't tell me.
You
Don't
asked a question.
Don't answer my question. It's very disgusting.
Okay, what do you think the song is about?
Well, I think that I've been led by someone that's sitting beside me. I think it has to do. I saw the blue and the red, which could be the Democratic and Republican Party.
Yeah.
And the Contrarian had a red thing in his.
Very, very well played.
his.
Very well played.
In his little outfit there, and he was, and it just said, it's saying that he lied, and I mean, I think that's true of both sides, that there are lies.
I'm pretty sure on this record there's enough. I'm sure there's some subliminals against the Democrats too, because, like you pointed out, the octopus is both. Although the name of the album is called "Eat the Elephant," and the symbol of the Republican Party is the elephant, so maybe he thinks that the blue is the lesser of two evils. Who knows? Which I gotta tell you, I'm completely blown away by how successful media outlets like CNN and MSNBC have been with constructing this crazy narrative about Trump.
Yeah.
It's mind-boggling to me.
Yeah.
It's insane to me.
I agree with you.
And you got to tip your hat to them as a propaganda outfit. Mm-hmm. And then, of course, people are so perfectly brainwashed that the minute they hear me say that, they immediately believe that means I'm advocating for Trump. But I, among many other people during the whole Russiagate nonsense and all the other stuff, I was saying, can you please focus on the real issues so that when Bernie is going on to the primary, we can debate the real issues, because Bernie has a better package of policy than Trump would have. Mm-hmm. And Bernie went right along with the stupidity, saying that Trump was the most dangerous president we've ever had and all this other nonsense. Mm-hmm. And then, we saw what happened to him with Obama getting all the other folks in line. And by the time it was time for him to say, Joe Biden is not going to beat Trump, or Joe Biden is, whatever, it was too late.
Right.
Because then all the blue no matter who people had complete leverage over you. So, it's like this whole thing where people get triggered anytime somebody says, no, this thing that you just said about Trump is untrue. Mm-hmm. It was utilized by the powers that be in the Democratic Party to ensure that Bernie would not, I said it in one of my Middle America videos. I'm like, this is not about Trump. This is not about impeaching Trump. This is about Bernie Sanders. Mm-hmm. Because if we can spin this yarn that Trump is this horrible person, then we're no longer going to focus on policy. We're just going to focus on getting him out, which is the only way anybody can explain how states like Texas and other states that, I'm not sure about Texas, but North Carolina, these other states where you have people voting about Medicare for all.
Yep.
The state will say, we want Medicare for all. Mm-hmm. But then when it came between Biden and Bernie, They went with Biden, which tells you that people were not voting on policy, they were voting on propaganda. So, I've never seen such a successful, drawn-out psychological operation. And it's so powerful that people don't even care what the facts are.
Oh, yeah, I know.
So the FBI, the Clinton and Obama cabinets both deployed these alphabet groups to spy on Trump.
Yep.
And these people here, they don't care.
Yep.
They do not care. Quid pro quo. And then you got Biden, $1 billion. My son's kind of, they don't care. It doesn't matter. Mm-hmm. Trump is so evil that, and now when, all the hypocrisy about misogyny and racism. You have a guy like Joe Biden who all the Me Too, all the Believe Women thing immediately turned their back on the woman who foisted the accusation on him.
Yep.
I don't even think people even remember that anymore. They immediately
And didn't
forgot.
Kamala Harris, wasn't she, saying something like, we should believe the woman or
Right,
something
she
like
says,
that?
I believe her.
Yeah. And now she's like, Biden, yes.
Yeah, but Trump is a horrible misogynist, but Kamala Harris is running with a dude who she said sexually assaulted someone. Mm-hmm. But Trump is the crazy guy. Mm-hmm. I'm flabbergasted by it. I've never seen anything like it before in my life. I mean, hats off. Hats off to I'm not even talking about the left-wing media machine. I'm talking about the corporate Democrat media machine. They played that thing perfectly. And it's madness to me that people have this exaggerated view of Trump's dangerousness.
Yeah.
Or danger effect, whatever you want to call it. It's just it's bonkers to me. Now, knowing MJK, he's probably gonna say this isn't specifically about Trump. I don't know, bro. You wrote it in 2018. You got the red and blue imagery. You got the guy that kind of looks like Trump, only if that guy was 50 pounds heavier, you could probably say that profile looks like Trump. And it's interesting too because the song is called "The Contrarian," and that is Trump's role. Because if you remember, dear listener, they had a Never Trump campaign. Mm-hmm. Not in the Democratic Party, but in the Republican Party.
Yep.
So Trump is legitimately a contrarian. On the left side, you have Bernie, you have Tulsi. Andrew Yang wasn't really a contrarian. He was an innovator. He wasn't a contrarian. But you have Bernie, you have Tulsi. Those folks were contrarian on the left side, and you saw what the left did. They got rid of them, and to this day, TYT and the rest of them can't say a single thing positive about Tulsi Gabbard.
Yep.
So it's insane. It's mind-boggling to me. Job well done. I don't know what else to do with it.
Yeah.
I don't know what else to do with it.
Yep.
Because after I shoot this video, I'm actually gonna jump on MA and shoot another video because it's unbelievable. Hello, he lied. Like velvet, this magician's sleight of tongue and hand. Hello, he lied. Beware Belial's smile, as warm as calculated as heroin. Beware the contrarian. Within everyone, a scale of voice. What did you think that was talking about in verse 1?
Well, when it first started out, I didn't have an idea that we were talking about Trump or anything. Within everyone, a scale of voice. Everyone but him. Core as black as pitch. I thought it was talking about the darker self. You can have some of this water, but for some reason it's not super cold. Within everyone, a scale of voice. So I thought it was like everyone has a conscience except for him.
Right.
But I didn't think we were talking about Trump yet.
Did you get this from the thing?
Yeah, I have a feeling somebody must have unplugged it.
Okay. Well, no, it tastes weird too.
It does?
Yeah, you taste that?
Well, everything tastes weird.
You can't tell everything's right. You probably put something in or something like that. Core is as black as pitch. Soul is that. This is a good way to say that somebody doesn't have a conscience. Mm-hmm. Which, I mean, it's...
Soul is out of tune. Advocate of none.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. But where Belial's smile costs everything, cloak and masquerades contempt for everyone. Hello, he lied. Which is really interesting, starting out saying hello.
Why?
Well, that's a very interesting word to start a song off with. Hello. That's usually something you say when somebody picks up a phone, or when you first meet
Or if you have
somebody.
teenagers. Hello.
Yeah.
They've got something to say.
Yeah.
But yeah, I hear what you're saying. To me, I'm not like a Trump girl all the way. You know what I mean? Like, obviously there's some stuff that I do not agree with him on and stuff. But and again, I'm not into politics as much as you are, but it seems to me that he has lied less than other politicians have lied. Like, the major things that he said he was gonna do, he did.
He tried. He didn't get the wall thing done, but that's because
but you could tell
Pelosi was running interference on it.
Yeah, you could tell that he put his best foot forward. It wasn't something that he said and, like, you never hear anything about it again. There's no attempt made. There's no nothing.
While New York was passing the RHA, which allowed people to kill children up to 9 months for basically anything, he was in a pissing contest with Nancy Pelosi about the wall. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But I mean, I agree with you. People are acting like this guy is like some special kind of liar. I mean, wasn't that the running gag that all of us had about politicians? That they were all
Yeah.
right? Kamala Harris was like, we're not going to ban fracking. And she was like, we're not going to do the Green New Deal that AOC had, but she sponsored it. Pence was like, you sponsored it. Did you change your position? No answer. We're not gonna cut fracking. You got the Green New Deal on your website right now. It has cutting fracking. No answer. You just keep, and like, I'm not mad at her for that. That's politics. You know what I'm saying? Like, they lie all the time. That's what they do. So all these things that Trump is doing, like everything that people are losing their minds about, are things that politicians have done for decades. Especially U.S. presidents. So it's like sexual assault, good night. You got Clinton, who went all the way with some people.
Oh yeah.
And settled out of court and all that. Like,
Yep.
it's mind-boggling. It's absolutely it's absolutely mind-boggling to me. I can't. And this is one of the reasons why. And the larger picture, aside from it being Bernie, which was my theory about what the DNC is doing, I also think it is the last 3 years has been a way for the DNC to ensure, and the powers that be, to ensure a two-party system. So now there's all this voter shaming happening. If you don't vote for Biden, you vote for third party, which is what I'm going to do. I'm either going to do Jo Jorgensen, I'll talk to you about her later, or Bernie as a write-in. Jorgensen is actually on the ballot. You'd have to write in Bernie. But no, it's a vote for Jo Jorgensen. And I could say every vote that you have for Biden takes away from a vote for Jo Jorgensen. It works both ways. But now what's happening is, this was crystallized in the whole Sam Sater versus Jimmy Dore situation, where Sam Sater was saying it's irresponsible to tell people to not vote for Hillary. That's irresponsible, yada, yada, yada. Sure enough, Trump won. And now anybody who said anything, him, Susan Sarandon, all these people who dare to say to vote your actual convictions instead of locking yourself into the two-party system, these people have spent the last 4 years voter shaming those people. So all this does is, all of this rampant anti-Trumpism and all the crazy hypocritical judgments and all the looking the other way for Biden and his obvious racism, and that's why I laugh at black folks who are like, believe that the Democratic Party is like a pro-black party. You dumb as hell if you believe that and you're black. But I'm not. Now listen, there's a difference between a black person saying, I know Biden is racist as hell, but I think this is the best shot for a black agenda for the next 4 years.
Yeah.
That's not the same thing,
right,
as taking this silly idea, hook, line, and sinker, that the Republican Party is a party of racists and the Democratic Party is the party of progressives and people that, non-racist and anti-racist. Stop it. This guy went onto the most popular black show and said, if you don't vote for me, you're not black. And this is the thing that gets me. Like, this is what infuriates me about the condescension of people on the Democratic side, where people go, you're going against your own interests. What the fuck do you know about my interests? I'm just supposed to take the bullshit that everybody is being fed hook, line, and sinker and go, oh shit, CNN, Don Lemon said he was bad, he must be bad. Don Lemon, who said Kanye West is what happens when Negroes can't read.
Yeah.
So you got that crazy broad over there on Fox News who told LeBron to shut up and dribble because LeBron would dare articulate something against Trump. Yet these same people would not tell Kanye to shut up and sing because he was supporting Trump at one point. But on the left side, if Trump says anything about black or white people, he's automatically a racist. He's a horrible racist. You remember when they were freaking out because he told AOC and the squad, oh, if it's so horrible over here, go to Somalia, fix that, and then come back and show us how to do it. All these people went ballistic for 4 or 5 days. Biden says you ain't black. Nothing.
Yep.
That's what kills me about white liberals. It's like, please miss me with the whole
Let's have a little bit of consistency
Trump
here.
is a racist, blah, 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 blah. Because the fact that you're so willing to overlook all of Biden's bullshit racist statements and policies means you don't give a fuck about the struggle of black people in America. All you want is Democrats in office, and you're playing black people into believing that a vote for Biden is a vote in their best interest. Those are all facts. Those are all facts. It doesn't mean I don't love you, but it's a fact. And so there's a lot of latent racism on the blue side, and there's a lot of expressive racism on the red side. But it's not that latent with Biden. It's out and about.
Oh yeah.
I can compare statements in the last 5 years, from Trump and Biden Biden will come out the clear winner in racist rhetoric. He went to that black caucus thing, thousands of black people. He said he's gonna put y'all back in chains. Dumbass Negroes. Fuck out of here. So to me, this song is really interesting because Trump was a contrarian. And now, do I think Trump is dangerous? Yeah, I do. I think Trump's taking of a side in the budding civil war that we have. He's clearly taken a side.
Yeah.
I think one of the most newsworthy moments in our democracy in the last, 4 or 5 years actually completely went under the table when the Antifa dude that supposedly shot that other guy, he does an interview with Vice, an 11-minute interview with Vice, and then the next day he's dead. And that was the hit in which Trump said there has to be retribution. And
really?
We shot the video in the other forum about that where he said there has to be retribution in response to this man being killed without having a day in court.
Oh.
And of course there were no body cams. We don't know what happened. All we know though is that he was there had to be retribution.
Yeah.
And they killed that guy. Meanwhile, Rittenhouse was able to walk right by the authorities with his weapon. Oh, so that moment when Trump said, hey, there's got to be repercussions or retribution, I was like, holy shit. Like that, people don't realize how significant that is. That is extremely significant. And so, do I think Trump is? Of course Trump is dangerous. Do I think that Bernie would have handled coronavirus better than Trump? I'm not sure. And I'll tell you where I'm not sure. I don't see Bernie suspending travel to China.
That's what I was gonna say too.
Because, and of course they'll never cop to it.
It seems too aggressive of a move for him.
When Trump said we're gonna block travel to China, Biden, all the rest of those idiots. And again, when it comes to Corona, I feel like everybody, Democrat and Republican, should get a pass, especially at the beginning. But Biden was saying this is racism, this is xenophobia, blah blah blah. So I could definitely see Bernie not calling that play. And
1000%. I totally agree.
A lot more people would have died. But on the other hand, I also see Bernie shutting down the government and having a much more robust support package for people who can't work. Right?
Yep.
So this is one of those things where it's like, pick your poison. But part of me, and I'm going to tell you guys the God's honest truth about Corona, in my opinion. I'm not going to say it outright, but you can read between the lines. I don't believe if Bernie Sanders was our president that we would have coronavirus right now. Why? Because Bernie would have never engaged in such an aggressive trade dispute with China. And
That's so true.
that's all I'm gonna say about that. Connect the dots, fill in the blanks, do what you will. So, there you go. Good song. It's instrumentally, I love this song.
Oh, me too.
It was very epic sounding.
Yeah.
It was only, what, 4 or 5 minutes long?
Yeah.
3:59, Curse You. I wish I could have heard more about it. But, yeah, good times.
Yeah.
Good times were had by all. What do you get the song?
I feel like I've been rating everything super high lately. I'm not sure that I would have changed anything, so. But I don't necessarily want to give it a 10. You go first.
Okay, I'll give it a 9.8 for the instrumentation for sure. And
9.89.
Maynard's voice in this. Maynard's voice in this was very, very unique. Wasn't like the regular Maynard. Like I wouldn't
Felt
have been
a little
able,
creeped out.
I wouldn't have. It sounded almost feminine. Like I wouldn't have been able to. I almost like told you to pull up another video to make sure that we're hearing the audio properly. As a matter
No,
of
I
fact,
got it from a perfect circle.
Oh, it was from the perfect circle.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Look,
okay.
right
Yeah,
here.
Yep. So there you go. What did you give it? You ended up giving it a 9.9? 9.8. Oh, you stole my little technique, huh? Okay.
No, I would have had to have gone 9.899.
4. I saw somebody in the comments. He's like, "What is this with the 0.87?" Da, da, da. I'm like, do you have to complain about everything?
I know. There's always
People are
somebody that's so
strange.
angry about stuff.
It's so
Just
weird.
Relax. Watch the video. Sit
Why
back.
so
Eat some popcorn.
strange? There you go. Been out.
Sorry, out.
Gone.